And good evening. Welcome to the Gary Brodsky Show. And how are you all doing tonight? Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing great, as you can see. Now, the war on men. Men are losing. Why? They don't stand up for themselves anymore about anything. Tragic reality. I see it every day, and so do you. All you need is a pair of eyes and a pair of ears. That's it. Men are getting creamed in the war on men. And as always, if you don't stand up for yourself, if you don't act like a man, if you don't pursue goals, and you sit around playing your video games or whatever you do to waste time, you are part of the losing team. And now everything is women's rights, women's rights, women's rights, rape culture, gay, 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 everywhere. Leave it to them. What are you doing as a guy? Are you hitting on women? No. I don't see too much of that. I don't see too much dating either anymore. Are you trying to build a business out of scratch? Nope, don't see too much of that anymore either. Snow came a lot this winter. Used to be kids always ringing the doorbell. Hey, I'll shovel your walk, I'll shovel. No kids. Nothing. You know, you look at James Bond. He's in his late 20s, supposedly, in the first James Bond film. Look at a guy in his late 20s today. Living at home with that shit-eating face, not really a grin, that doofus look. I can't do it. I'll try, but I'll screw it up. No drive, no ambition, nothing. Even in schools where men excelled, they are now being defeated, all by bullshit propaganda. And what do guys do to try to get women, to try to get into the game? They start sympathizing with the enemy. I see too many guys wearing shirts that say, this is what a feminist looks like. They don't look too good, I gotta tell you that. But that's what men have been turning into. Why? We receive our instructions from our great commander, the television set, which shows every guy as a dick, well, not really as a dick, as an incompetent moron who needs a woman to tell him what to do. You see it enough, and you know the routine, you hear it enough, you're going to fucking become it. I see guys in their 20s talking about cholesterol and this and the illnesses and their doctor this and their doctor that. Real turn on for women, isn't it? And then you see the guys who have, I got even credit for some guts. They'll walk up to a woman and start talking, and the woman's like, yeah, yeah, okay. Do not know how to take command, do not know how to take lead, do not want to lead, do not want to command. And let's look at the history of the world for a second. Men always took the lead, but they ruined it for you. The social engineers ruined it for you. That's why I always say read the classics. Why? It always had a powerful male lead. And now, look what that's showing you. And you're buying it. Social engineers are telling you what to do, what to think, how to act, how to dress, and you are doing it. And more, how to act like an idiot. The dumbing down of America is not a myth. It is not a conspiracy theory. It is a real and absolute fact. And you can check out The Dumbing Down of America on Google. Charlotte Iserbyt, spelled really weird, explains how it was laid out and implemented. And boy, you see guys buying into this left, right, and center. Because let's think about it. How easy it is to sell men not being men. Why is it easy? Well, because it's the easy way out. You don't have to be a man or go approach women or try a business or try anything or even fail, fall on your ass, anything like that. Because there's no risk. And everybody wants a life with no risk. So if you do nothing, you risk nothing. Except losing your entire life, joy, and everything else that goes along with it. That's my opening sentence. Let's hope there are some questions. Okay. Get all your shopping done on. Okay. And Susie. I love your body, your muscles. I wish I had an alpha male in my life. Throw me down, have your way with me. Susie. Oh, yeah, same picture. Well, Susie, thank you. Okay, full moon tonight? No. Anyway, well, she's right. But that aside, seriously, the way guys are acting today, doesn't matter how old they are, teenage kids, they act like teenage boys everywhere you go. It's really funny because as men become weaker, this is a fact, the government and the rules are going to become stronger. We either stand together or hang separately. There is no other middle neutral ground. If you're on neutral ground, you are the problem. I'm tired of cliches, but that one is a fact. Okay, I'm going to have some soda here. Just letting you know that. Oh my God, he's drinking soda. He'll poison it. He'll be dead by Thursday. Which I hope not, because I have an appointment on Friday. I guess I can miss that if I'm dead. So now we are in the age of communication, and no one talks to each other. It's great, isn't it? I sent out about 7 texts today. I usually don't text. Just to people I know. Nobody got back to me. Lonnie goes out Tuesday. Can't help that. We ship out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, occasionally Monday nights. So it actually goes out Monday night, but picked up on Tuesday morning. But thank you for asking. I was going to get back to you today, but I was not running my Facebook. Somebody that does that for me occasionally. And yes, if you want a Facebook friend, I'll be happy to be a Facebook friend. So you can read all my great posts. Now let's talk about freedom of speech for a second. I thought the idea, but I wasn't there. A freedom of speech was that you could say whatever you want, and if people get pissed off, well, that was basically their problem. Not anymore. Oh no. Freedom of speech works like this. You piss somebody off, you got a lawyer, process server standing outside your door the next morning. At least that's my life. Where freedom of speech is guaranteed, well, their guarantees about as good as some of the other guarantees I've gotten. What holiday shopping are they talking about here? You get the same email. Don't care. Okay, so how do we beat this war on men? We don't listen to the bullshit, the crap, the stuff. They just are demeaning men everywhere. There's now a new group that wants to abort men or male children because they don't want to bring more monsters in the world. Look at these monsters. With their sports shirts on, their floodwater pants, their computer. That's a monster? Not even a person. We've gotten pretty goddamn bad, and I want some fucking questions. Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL.com. And then I'm starting getting real serious or real stupid. I don't know yet. Because you gotta be silly. You gotta, Everybody looks so fucking morose today. Walking around dead. Dead, dead, dead. Not a good thing. There's so much to life. Only if you live it. And that's a choice you have to make. And too many people today are looking for the government to make a choice for them. That's always resulted in what's called democide, the government killing all some people because they can. And that's one of the tragedies is, it's just really a little crazy, isn't it? I used to get a lot of calls, my girlfriend's doing this to me, she's breaking my fucking balls here, she's cheating on me. Now I get calls, hi, I'm totally afraid of women. I don't know how to get a date. This is only within the last year. How old are you? 33? Huh? Yeah, that's what's happening to men. And it's happening all over the place. That new effeminate voice that guys have. A lot of gyms now do not have any equipment that's male oriented because it's oppressive. Wow, what a beautiful face. Thanks for the picture. Wow. You're beautiful, by the way. Thank you. Okay, got a lot more views. Girl sent me a pretty picture. Can I use that picture on my mailings? Let's check it out here. Yeah, cute. Okay, very cute. Okay. Will any men have any questions tonight? Because this whole, there's not even a name for it, zombie, I guess, society is just really getting to me. It's a drag. I want to go to the gym today, like every day, and I could not find somebody to spot me for bench press. I had to make appointments and arrangements for somebody to do tomorrow. And guys, grown men, 20s, 30s, guys my age group don't bench press, but I do, because I make my own rules. Was saying, I don't want to pull my shoulder out. I don't want to be responsible. People were responsible. I remember at 12 years old, there were kid cashiers, kids walking in groups, going sledding down mountains that today, to this day, would scare the shit out of me. Now, no, you can't even let your kids play outside. It's a crime. Because we're letting it happen. By not acting like men, something is going to come in and fill the void. Nature hates the vacuum. I heard that when I was a kid, and I thought it was a vacuum cleaner, but that was a whole other lifetime ago. I would look at the vacuum and go, nature really hates you. Yeah, all the kids know. Okay, question. Can you talk about male circumcisions? Thanks. Okay. I have to. I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I can definitely answer that, but first, just a big joke. Any questions? No, just kidding. I do not know the reason for circumcision. Where we used to come from, we used to call it dick cutting, okay? I am totally against it. Totally. If you're over 18, you want to cut your dick, you can do whatever the hell you want with your dick. But I am totally against it. It kills sensation, it kills nerve endings, and nobody really knows why. I know it's done in the Jewish tradition, it's done in America to everybody, it's done in Islam, and it's done in a lot of the African tribes and some of the American Indian tribes. In Turkey, it's called sunnet. I learned that when I was in Turkey, if somebody was not sunnet, they would go chasing down the street with a knife. I always thought that was funny. But I am absolutely against taking a child. It causes trauma, causes control. That is what I found in my research is the reason for circumcision. It's a horrible traumatic experience for the kid, and they grow up controllable. We got to fight out of all that badgering, and horrors they subjected us to as a kid. My nightmare as a kid was first grade. I swear to God, I had a teacher, I think she was a Nazi war criminal or something. What a horrible fucking experience. But I fought out of it. But see, all these things that add up in your life, that's why I recommend Blood Gold. You'll find that on GaryBrodsky.com, drop down menu, um, supplements. It gets rid of all that DNA that has been programmed for you to suffer. And you can read all about it. Blood Gold at GaryBrodsky.com, maybe called Alpha Gold or whatever. It's still the same thing. Gold does, why it's so valuable, is it gets rid of the emotional trauma that you don't even remember. Like when that kid, Bruce, beat you up in the 4th grade, you were humiliated. Gets rid of all that. All that shit is stuff you're carrying. And it's actually called ghosts in the genes. Not in the genes, but in like the genetics, okay? Wow. A lot of crazy questions here. And some normal ones. We separate the good from the bad, we answer them all. So now I am against circumcision. Next question. Karma. Okay. Yes, I'd like to be calm. Okay. I want something bad to happen to the girl in work. Oh, that's not good. Time for the glasses. No, don't have the glasses. She tried to fire me to no avail. Don't know why she did this. Jealous because I ignored her? Don't know. Maybe a demon working through her? They say what comes around goes around. Alex Jones said this on his show. When people did him wrong, the universe got them. Will the universe get her? I don't want anything bad coming back to me by wishing bad on her. Your thoughts? I don't believe or agree with Alex Jones on everything. Look at the New World Order. They start wars. They have started hate. That they've separated men from women. They separated races. They got everybody after each other, killing each other. They're living very well. But if there is one thing I know about God, God is just. Now, since you didn't get fired or something, they always say, if you're thinking about revenge, dig 2 graves. Also, I wrote a book called The Art of Getting Even for Sociopaths, which is to be taken as a joke at GaryBrodsky.com. But the big thing here is you cannot let a girl who tried and did not succeed affect your life for more than 2 seconds. She tried to screw you up, which is not as bad as a divorce or paying child support for a kid that's not yours. That goes on a lot. Let it go. You know, I don't want to get too spiritual here yet. But try this one. Want to really fuck her up? And not in a bad way? You've heard this. Bless your enemies, treat them with kindness. Say nice things about her. Because why? Why is that said in the Bible? Bless those who curse you and pray for those who want to do you harm. Because they have low frequency energy. And by giving back love for hate, you're giving back high frequency energy, which inerts the low frequency energy, which might change the whole situation around. I said I wouldn't get spiritual to myself, but I can break deals with myself. But that's what I believe. And karma, it's not my religion. All right, Alabexis Mental Health. Have you ever heard of Manny P. Hall? No, I haven't, but please fill me in. It's from Jason, old pal. Gary Jason here, your old pal. Men don't talk like men anymore. That's a fact. They talk weak, and computer games are the only topic they have to say. Truth in that. When I was young, we talked about getting women and doing men's things. Can you tell people to go buy success, power, and conquest so they can stay as real men? Thanks, Jason. People, go buy anything at GaryBrodsky.com. Why? It all works. Okay, Derek, good to see you after all these. Was the Twilight Zone? Good question. Part of the Illuminati. I noticed they have the big CBS eyeball logo after each episode. Actually, Rod Serling was anti-New World Order as well as Jack Webb. I knew them both. I had the privilege of meeting them both. Um, Rod Serling was working for my father. If you don't know who my father was, go look it up. And I came home from school early one day, and I had the key around my neck. And I didn't know my father knew Rod Serling. And I was like, used to watch Twilight Zone as a kid because kids were allowed to learn adult stuff back then. And I opened the door and I came in, and Rod Serling was standing there. I thought, fuck, I'm in the Twilight Zone. I think I fainted. So he was anti-New World Order. Now, Jack Webb, who I went bowling with, I didn't know him that well. I had a 714 badge that he had given me, signed in the back. Some girl took it from me because she thought she'd piss me off. I don't take that shit seriously. Well, we went bowling one day, and he told me the reason for the show Dragnet. The reason for the show Dragnet, if you think about this, was in every show, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you do can and will be used against you. They had to get warrants. They wanted people. Jack Webb, he put his own money into it and everything he had into it. He was revered by a friend of mine, late Christopher Henderson, great writer. May he rest in peace. Revered by so many people because he showed people the constitutional rights that people only know today because of the show Dragnet. But yeah, they were both anti-New World Order. All of Rod Serling's shows, CBS is New World Order, but at that time they had not fully taken over the programming, just basically the station. And that's what the big eye is there for. You got that right. But those two shows in particular were showing a future of total dictatorial, no freedom of choice. That was the Twilight Zone. And Dragnet was showing, here are your rights. Here's how we do things. We don't just burst in. We get a warrant. I mean, by the book, by the same laws we have today that we are forgetting. So bless those men and their work that they've done. Do we all have psychic abilities, and what tips do we have to increase it? We all do. We all do. Here's one of the tips. Get rid of all the garbage in your life. I'm not talking about it in your house, which would be a good thing. One of the first steps is cleaning out all your stuff. What you don't need, throw away. Next is cleaning out your mind. Getting rid of all the hate, resentments. And I do this. I take a piece of paper and pen. Okay. A pad and pen. Okay, a couple of pads. I go, I forgive this person for this person for that, this person for this. And you feel like a weight has been lifted. Then you will see psychic powers. But it's like having everything cluttered up and your vision obfuscated. You can't see anything. Thank you, Alex. How powerful symbols can affect the mind. That's why you see the New World Order Illuminati symbolism everywhere. Because people think two ways, in words and in symbols. That's why they have to put their mark on everything. And the symbolism is now, just look at the any of the things, the Oscars, the Grammys. You'll see all the horrible Illuminati symbolism. Okay. Next question. Let's see if there's any more. But yeah, it's the whole idea is just not to buy into it. If you watch TV with an open mind, you could see the programming coming in there. Just any TV commercial used to be, how do we handle a man? The big Ram trucks. Now, nothing for men. You know, I still demand a lollipop when I get a haircut. Shit, I want the stuff. I'm entitled to more than a lollipop. You got to walk around saying, not that you're entitled, not entitlement, but I deserve that. I'm going to get it, and nothing ain't going to stop me. And if I fall, yeah, I fall. And if I get up, I'm fine. If I stay down, fight's over. But at least I fought. They always say, it's not how long you got to get right back up. No, sometimes you don't get right back up that quick. But as long as you're fighting to a direction, you're winning. And life is a fight. And don't go by my face. I got this fight on this kids, stupid ones. Scars here and, busted nose. My nose wasn't always big. It busted a lot. I would go like this, right through the center. So I go like this, and then Curly would get me. It was horrible. Yeah, okay, that's a nice picture. What's all guys watching the show? Cigarettes, okay. Now it is time for soda as we reach the halfway point. Get some good questions here. Get some products. GaryBrodsky.com, OccultForce.com, BrainTrain.com. And that brain train works. Oh, does it work? And salute all my friends. Okay, major religious leaders. Do you believe major religious leaders are part of the Illuminati or satanic? I'm going to have to read the names. I don't know about a fake Jesus coming, but I know this. Any religious leader, and I consider myself a religious leader, I am an ordained minister. I don't point people to me. I point them to God. That's a true religious leader. When they point you to a church, this church, no, a church is there to point you to God. And yes, every religious institution has been, years ago, infiltrated by the Illuminati. They control the money, they control the cash, they control the contributions, they're going to control your churches. Look up clergy response team if you think I'm making this stuff up. I'm talking about something religious, something spiritual. I may do this, and I want to hear from you guys watching, and ladies too. There has been, and this is an unknown thing for about the last 100 years. But before we had all these illnesses, and all these psychiatric problems, and so many depressed people out there, there was one cure that was working, which is called exorcisms. And they work. Now, I don't go to doctors, but I'm forced to pay for health care. It's the way life is these days. And I've had illnesses twice in my life, probably life-threatening. I called ministers I could rely on, got exorcisms, I'm totally fine now. So I was thinking of doing exorcisms. They're not hard to do, and spirits. Jesus never said, this one has an illness, you got a high fever with pneumonia, he said demons, never said illness, demons. Cast out demons in my name, all of you. So anybody can do it. But we're too busy playing our PlayStations. How many times do you have to call the spirit before it happens? From the power of possession. Audio, please explain. It's not hard to call the spirit. I don't want to call one now while I'm watching, but all you got to do is, I call the spirits now to help me. 3 taps. A candle helps. Why? Look at any house of worship, be it good or evil. They all have candles. Why? Because they like the ambiance? No, because they work. Good question. Short answer, but it is the answer. Dear Gary, see, gentleman writes a real letter. How many compliments is appropriate to give a girl? I notice women like to be called cute, but don't respond as well if I say they are beautiful. Like I'm over complimenting. What are some examples of good compliments for a girl? I have a bizarre style of complimenting. It's like, yeah, as they're talking, hey, they quit talking like that. You give me some wood here, or whatever. Make them feel sexy. It's just like a wolf, okay? I'll just sum it up because the compliments, I don't know who you're going to meet, what they're wearing, how they look, so I can't tell you what compliment to use. But a wolf, feed him something and keep him hungry. In this case, keep her hungry. Don't compliment too much or she's going to get smothered. Just enough so that your compliments count. Like anything, in the value of anything, it's because of scarcity. So when your compliments are really good but really scarce, then they have value and then they have power. And then you have control. That's how the game is played. If women don't like this, I am really sorry. This shit works. Yes, I will send you a tracking number. Do we need soda? Let me think. Yes, we do. The cigarette burns but doesn't smoke. There we go. So anyway, that's compliments. I mean, come on. If somebody complimented you all day, you're going to feel great. But you got to know the situation. It's like, which part do I use in a fight? Where the guy's open. But not too many. Compliments the same way. Hit. Take your distance. You can always tell somebody who fights. You know how? When they pick the hands up, somebody knows how to fight, keeps the elbows in. Somebody doesn't, goes like this. Now, just for those of you who like to fight, how can you tell, or how can you get a good punch in? If my elbow is out here, look how much movement the elbow has. If the elbow is in here, very little movement. You don't have time to see it. Out here, you do. Don't freeze, just hand up like that, pound style. You bong style it. You can use a karate block. You can duck, but then they hit you on the way up. I don't like to duck. Unless you're going to duck and go to the body, always keep the hand here to protect yourself. I don't know why I got into that, but what the heck? Where's my soda? Here it is. Yes, let me mention again, GaryBrodsky.com for all your needs. And they're all there. Everything works. How do I know? So many testimonials. So actually we have a lot of audio programs up and I'm going to be pulling a lot down. So now is your chance the next week to get them. All right. Thank you. And another guy, where do I buy that knife? I've had that knife for years, okay? Just so you see this. It's not even sharp. It's just the theatrics. It was. Yeah. But this is part of the guarantee. If anything you get from GaryBrodsky.com does not get you laid, parlayed, and relayed, we'll send you a knife to cut it off with. I have a big one. I mean knife. Okay, enough silliness here. Did I drink my soda yet? No, I did not. My plans for this evening. I'm going to watch Three Stooges. Any other questions? Junius, how you doing? Hello, Gary Junius with a small type. I gotta find my glasses. Oh, huh. Hello, Gary Junius here. And last week I broke 4 eggs at 4 intersections. However, should I have used 7 eggs? Even in a few days has passed, I broke 4 eggs. Once you break your 7th egg, something will happen. 1 egg per day It's not a diet, it's a spiritual thing. And if you want to get the occult DVDs or CDs or audio programs easily downloadable, they're also at GaryBrodsky.com. And as I always say, if you don't think it works, you didn't do it. Have you ever seen a demon? Do they look like monsters? Good question. Have you ever done an exorcism? Yes, I have done many exorcisms. And there are people watching the show right now who would not be alive if I hadn't. And what do demons look like? Most of them are spirit. They're spirits inhabiting people. I'll tell you what they look like. They look like the flu. They look like cancer. They look like every illness and every horror known to mankind. They look like war. They look like hate. They look like anger. I tell a lot of this stuff in a private webinar. In public, I would be literally crucified for saying what and how demons are conjured up. And they will find somebody to come into. And yes, I'm mentioning religion. Look at how many people are dropping off. You know, it used to be you can't mention getting laid. That went away. Then now you can't mention God. God is the big word that would get you. One of my dilemmas is I mentioned God. People go, yeah, you still believe in that crap? That's like, if I hit him, it sort of defeats the whole purpose. So be glad. Well, I just pushed the wrong button. I guess took a picture of myself. Danny, how you doing? All right? Hey, you like the sweat jacket? What do you think, huh? All right. Bonus sound. Love the sweatsuit. Oh, that's funny. Great look. Very Brooklyn. How you doing, my friend? Great. Hey, I got new teeth right now. What do you think? They knock them out and I put them right back. All right. I finally found a dentist that actually a good friend of mine, and his chairs don't look like the electric chair because I don't like that. Yes, I can, and yes, I will. But I have to do that tomorrow, Jason. Not a problem at all. After Dan, I'm going to have a smoke here. Hey, Dan, get some good questions in, will you? You got to go Brooklyn. I mean, it works, okay? Here's my magic mirror. I see, you know, remember that romper room? That's how old I am. I guess I'm not that old. I used to jerk off to the romper room teacher. I don't know why I said that. You know what I used to like to fuck with? You know, we had a wild life when we were younger. We used to go to psychologists. We'd all pull up our money and have one of those pocket tape recorders and just see how fucked up we can get the guy. I think you get away with that today. You use a fake name. You ever get a girl into trouble? Yeah, framed for murder. My brother would actually go in there and scare the shit out of them because that's his personality. Like, you're cured. You know. All right. With God, testosterone, passion, and love, we really need doctors? Question mark. So sicknesses are demons. What is the point of doctors? The point of doctors is very simple. 25% of the gross domestic product of this country is based on illness. And anybody who hears me say it goes, oh, well, one day you're going to get sick and die. So is everybody. That's how it works. I didn't make up the system. And now people, you know, I'd love for somebody to get me a gift. Not you, Danny. Yeah. Just a gift instead of offering me, hey, I'll treat you to a colonoscopy. That's a real way to make friends, isn't it? But I hear it all the time. Have you had a colonoscopy? No. I'll treat you. I'm covered for colonoscopy. But, you know, people think I should have one. Why? Did I care about my health? No. They don't give a shit about it. I never showed up again and never saw me again. It's just a sick, twisted, you know, shove everything up your ass mentality that this country has become. Butt worship, go look that up. Don't have time to get into that tonight. Money has a lot of Illuminati symbols. Do you think that the elites are addressing the devil when they say, "In God we trust"? That the devil is their version of God? Actually, I don't think so. And they just put in there so that you would think. Let me just tell you something about the Illuminati. They are a lot of things, but stupid is not one of them. And one of the symbols that you use, maybe not, I never use it, is LOL. As I said last week, and I'll say it again this week, very quickly, LOL is Lucifer, our Lord. If you've ever been to, and I have been to satanic meetings because I go to learn everything, got to know the enemy. They sign their pact with Satan, LOL, Lucifer, our Lord. And everybody's supposed to get up on and not knowing what they're doing. And not knowing what you're doing, this is not an excuse. If you're driving a car and you don't know what you're doing, you get into an accident, you get fucked up. You can't say, well, I can't be fucked up because I didn't know what I was doing. So just mention that. All right, Bob Dylan. Why does Bob Dylan tour and work so hard on music? Oh, simple. The day he stops working, and he knows this, he mentions on 60 Minutes and other things, he sold his soul to the devil, and when you get older, you realize, I just made a fucking bad deal. But at 17, he was a world music star, the biggest pioneer, this and that. And he admits he sold his soul to the devil, but the devil has this trick. You have to keep performing. Otherwise, guess what happens when you die? Look at Robert Johnson. He started. The first guy sold his soul to the devil in music. You could do a whole show on that too. Satan in the music and movie industry. You're watching a movie, you're watching Satan's work. You listen to rock and roll music, not all of it is satanic, but a lot of it is. Especially the new stuff. That's why they killed a lot of the older guys. But are we here for this? I don't know. But Dan, any good dating stories? Because most guys don't date anymore. You know, and they say dating is obsolete. I don't give a shit what they say. You gotta do what you want. Fuck what they say. The answer to your question, Dan, is yes, they do. But I can't do the whole question because I'll be in trouble with the people you just mentioned. So here's to you, Dan, for at least knowing the truth. And I always say this, know the truth, and the truth will get you mad. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let's get some questions going here. And go buy something at GaryBrodsky.com, you cheap bastards. Just joking, okay? Gotta light another one of these up. Yep, tonight is, this is not Illuminati stuff, but whatever, my Three Stooges marathon. I had a boxing match with my 12-year-old today. He said, you want to go 3 rounds, but there's one rule. You can't hit back. Boy, did I get my ass. He can't hit back. I agreed to it. No gloves. I'm glad it didn't go 10 rounds. Okay, I'm going to read this privately. Yes, I can. And let's talk about it tomorrow night. Tuesday night I will not be able to talk. I'm getting more teeth. I don't know how many teeth you start with. I think it's like people are supposed to have 32, but most people only have 26. This guy's putting in 12,000 teeth. But he's good. Hey, right? You look at the older ones, you look at this, and they're on file now, so he getting knocked out. Just need 2 more of these, 1 more of these. No problem. Bang them right out. See, I have a question for the dentist I always ask. Not just going to hurt here, but it's going to hurt when the shit wears off. They like to answer that question. Thank you. Okay, GaryBrodsky.com. Check it out. Free ebook for those of you who have not joined yet. Great ebook. How to Charm the Pants Off of Women. You know, when men used to have charm. Hey, Dan, you know what I'm talking about. You know that line, he owed Darlene, get in the fucking car? That worked. There's various types of charm, all explained in some of the audio programs. About how you doing one. It's all great stuff. Now all the viewers come in. A dick pic? Okay, crazy question. I'm not going to use your name here. Do you ever recommend sending a chick a dick picture? No. Okay. I sent her a dick picture, okay, to mess with her head. She still talks to me, but what? But I think she felt disrespected. What do you think? Okay, women do not. Okay, you asked. Yeah, I got to answer, right? And I will. Women do not get turned on visually by a picture of a dick. It's like a whole bunch of guys, when I was younger, would stand around and look at a Playboy and go, wow, look at the ass on this one, look at the tits on this one. You don't see women going around, hey, did you see the scumbag on Mr. May? Check out the scrotum on this guy, huh? They don't find that picture of a dick attractive. They just think differently. That's the whole fun about them. Tanu, I would love to. I've done more research, and I can't read your question, on that subject than anything else. I've got books that aren't even supposed to be in print on that subject. But if I answer that question right now in detail, it'll be the end of my days. But that's a good question. Okay, good point from Genius. I can see it. And now, with the help of this, I shall read it. Hello, Genius again. Every time after I listen to you or Alex Jones, next day I will hear some type of social science, government-sponsored conman telling parents that the idea of teaching the kids is much better for everybody. However, they refuse to explain what they are changing in the school system and how to help the kid. Some parents are just accepting it. It is so sad. It really is. School system is not about education anymore. It's about indoctrination. It's about repeating. You can't even socialize at school anymore. 7-inch rule or whatever. Not a different rule, but somebody else has. 12-inch rule I have in school. I have that too. Where you can't shake hands. You can't talk to anybody. There's no, contact sports because, somebody may get hurt. In the name of your own safety, they'll kill you all. And every government was always done. For your own safety, they have to kill you. Just for any direction we're going into. We man up, we're not going there. We stay like this, we're fucked. Women and money. Yes, to answer your question, I got great dating stories for the radio show webinars. I have a question. I know as men's sex is very important and having women in your life. But as myself, probably you and any other guy, if you wake us up sleeping at 6 a.m., it better be for one of our passions or a good amount of money. If a woman wakes us up at that hour, we make her wait. Money doesn't seem to wait, but women can. So, in that case, is money more important than a woman? That's a hard question to answer. Because let's say you're stranded inside a house and the whole world is being invaded by aliens. Money ain't going to do you no good, but a good woman behind you, actually, let's just erase that last statement, can make you rich or poor. your choice of woman in your life is going to be what's going to happen. So women and money do go together. You have a woman that's on your side, you'll come into money. You have a woman that's, oh, I'll tell you the rules that women break. There's codes to drop women. If she compares you negatively to another guy, gone. If she starts criticizing your lifestyle, gone. If she starts telling you what friends done, if she starts to try to recreate you, gone. If she ever publicly humiliates you, unless she's had 12,000 drinks and it's a crazy party, gone. You got to be able to walk out with just the clothes on your back. I never understood that because I wear clothes in the front too, but it's an expression. Okay, last round for questions. Get them in. Should do a webinar on exorcisms. And actually do an exorcism. Because they work, whether you like them or not. Okay, last little drink of soda, and let's wrap this show up. Don't forget to go to everybody to come and buy some stuff, okay? I remember this when cell phone came out. Dan, you like this one. And I was at a whorehouse, and my girlfriend called me up, and I said, yeah, I'm doing some business here, and I'll call you back, which was actually not lying. I don't know why I said that either. Okay, a girl invites you over and likes you. Is it a good move to come out of the bathroom naked? Is this a joke night for you? No, you don't have to come out of the bathroom naked. The whole idea of seduction is slowly unraveling it. Not coming out high with a boner. Hey, guess what's happening tonight? It's like, no. The worst thing you can do is just, yeah, I used to do this as a joke to get girls mad. They go to the bathroom, they come out, I'd be laying on the bed naked. So how you doing? They throw me out of the house. It was funny, for laughs, it's worth it. But no, you don't have to come out naked. The whole idea of seduction is to slowly undress. It's a slow process. But I appreciate it. I cannot do overtime tonight. I'll tell you why. I just don't have the time. But I appreciate you asking. That shows that this show is doing good. And now more people are coming in. I got from all over the place. I don't know why. But let's get into some questions. Maybe a few minutes overtime. What the heck? For you, what wouldn't I do for my godfather, huh? Oh, and that is the biggest prayer, is thanking God for everything you have. Because the Lord of the harvest, if you don't appreciate what you have, you're not getting any more. I don't care how many seminars you go to or whatever. When you appreciate what you have, you get more. When you don't get more. That is the law of the harvest. But people become resentful of what if you find these people in your life. Oh, I hate this fucking job. I hate this. I hate that. They're staying there. They've been staying there. Some of the people I know for 30 years, and they still hate it. They say, I really appreciate this, but it's time to move on. But thank you for giving me the opportunity to at least support myself. Then you'll move on. If you don't think it works, guess what? You ain't moving on, okay? It's the law of the universe. Hey. All right, Gary, from the top, and again, off the top of your head, what would be a great topic to write about that would pique a woman's interest? What's a woman's interest? Okay, got to break it to everybody. Women interested in themselves. Simple. That's why it's very easy to be good conversations with women. All you got to do is listen. Not pretend to listen, actually listen. So, actually, women are drama queens. All of them. Put a little drama in their life. Not made up stuff, just the way you present stuff. And you're going to get women. I'll do an example here. I had a rough day, I got a bad headache. There's no drama in that. Who gives a shit? Wow, I had like the worst day ever. My fucking head is banging like there's no tomorrow. How you doing? It's all in how you do in audio. And it works. Suggested by our pal, Dan. I cannot do that. But tomorrow night, I am around all night. Tonight, I am seriously watching Three Stooges. No joke about it. I got a whole box of Three Stooges that week. Oh, that's a good question. Condoms. Dan, condoms? You're from Brooklyn. Scumbags, okay? Come on. I don't know, but this question is funny enough to read just on its own. It stands on its own legs. This is a racial. This is great. This is Dan, okay? I gotta meet this guy. He's too funny. Can you please dispel the myth that condoms were designed by the New World Order to make science complicated and annoying? I don't know, but that question is definitely worth its weight in gold. I hate scumbags. Condoms. Prophylactics. I'll tell you a very funny condom story. It's not that funny when I was doing it. When I was young and I was with this girl and I was like, sex was very new to me. And she said, do you have she was a bird girl. She said, do you have a scumbag? Yeah, we're a scumbag. Come do sex with me. I said, yeah, I got a whole bunch. I had bought a couple of boxes. I just wanted to look cool, And this is actually a true story. It's embarrassing telling it. So I opened one up, I rolled it down. I was like, okay, well, how do I strap this thing on? So I said, there's no strap in this one. In the whole box, I didn't put the strap. So while we have all these boxes saying, where's the strap of this thing? And I'm trying to rig one up out of like this big rubber band. She just walked out on me. And I was like, I couldn't believe they stay on by themselves. Okay, I don't know. It's a crazy night tonight. I know I'm getting silly, right? What are some great foods to get gaining muscle? I have a diet of soda, drive-through, Pop-Tarts, okay? All I know is that if you work out like a madman, it doesn't matter. Anything will turn to muscle. That's my experience. And I've got, the pecs to prove it. I see all these guys in the gym who do diets, okay? They look like this. The guys, hey, give me some pizza here. Let's go out. Big, tanking guys. Old saying, eat like an animal, work out like an animal. Okay, I got to wrap this show up. Last question, come on. And Dan, make it a good one. I'm asking you to. They're too funny. Now I got to check out and investigate whether the New World Order invented prophylactics. Just crazy. I'm going to have to label this one crazy show. Okay, I'm going to have to wrap this up. There's no questions, and I'm getting really silly here. I guess that Three Stooges thing is sending me energy, whatever. I know the moves. You know, people used to pay Mo $50 to throw a pie in their face. Just mention that. Okay, show is wrapping up. I'm giving it one more second here. Then I'm going to watch my Stooges. Because I have actually had a very rough week. Well, I have other questions. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for the show. And thank you also for supporting the raw sex and fuck the New World Order. That's from Dan. Last question. How's the adventuring? What is the feedback? Incredible. Got mine right here. Don't leave home without it. It works. This guy has the funny questions. Should I tell the girl she has bad breath? Well, you can either live with a horrible bad breath and be annoyed every day, or tell her, and listen, I don't mean any offense, but your mouthwash just ain't making it. Sometimes the truth hurts. Anyway, everybody, bless you all. May God be with you. See you next week. Thank you. And good night. GaryBrodsky.com.